Alright, so if you want to print these, you have to be all on the same level. So this one would have to be sitting at the same level as these in order to be on the print bed. This is how I handle that. So first off, grab a vertex at the very bottom of the cut and go Mesh, Snap, Cursor to Selected. Then Tab, Object, Transform, Origin to 3D Cursor. And then I type in 0 for Z. I do the same for this one. Again, go into Components, highlight a vertex at the very bottom, Mesh, Snap, Cursor to Selected, Tab, Object, Transform, Origin to 3D Cursor. Set it to 0. Now these are perfectly on 0, and we have this one left. Mesh, Snap, Cursor to Selected, Tab, Object, Transform, Origin to 3D Cursor. This one's at -30. Wow. So now all these objects are at the same level. I usually duplicate them after this. If you look at any of my process files, you know, like the ones that I release for people that want to see the original, you'll see it's always broken up into steps, and this is why. I can always go back in a step. So now I can join all three of these forms, and I could say that this is a planar. So when I object export to still, I can export it, and then I can netfab it. Perfect. Now I can just do my magic here and export the still. And you get this. Optimize and export. Perfect. So now we're ready to print that part. Easy as that. That's how you split the model, print it out. Now, if you need to, you can always duplicate it within the slicing program. So in here, like add and I want 2 of those. Well, I can just go hit plus, and bam. Now I got 2 forms that I can interact with. I like having it this way. This already has the Spider-Man profile that I mentioned earlier. The one thing that you do not want to use is support material. Do not use that right now, because it'll fill that hole at the bottom with a bunch of junk, and it's impossible to get out just about. So please don't use the support material with this. So print that. That's your first part of the assignment, is to make a basic hinge joint and print it off and see how they work together. If they need any adjustment based upon the printer calibration or any of that stuff, make the change and then go on from there. You should be able to fit a piece of filament in the hole in order to pivot on. Alright, enjoy, and when you get done with that, come back to the videos.